that's hopeless, out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name, now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap, I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Isupk until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail, shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie and pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger.
One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check. I get a little bit more volume on this one. Okay. The second one. No, the third one. Slocky. Right there. Con. La. Con. Let me see if we good. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shah Brakatah to all my brothers. Yahweh Shemal Atah Shem Shah to all my sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Durham, North Carolina. Priest and Officer 500 Thabawan holding down the Sabbath service with my brother Officer 500 Mahayar. Got my brother Officer 50 Sadak in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to begin the Sabbath service right now. So, brother, if you could, please, Baba Kushah, go ahead and blow the horn. Most High in Christ. And with that, Imadia, which means to stand. Wapanya Aquadum, which means turn and face the east. We're going to open up the Sabbath service with the prayers. We're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawakinawa, Wala'a, Tabi'ayinawa, Banasaya 1, Abol, Habashayinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Labalunium, Aman.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The Hakak in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Latananawa, Hakak, La Rapa'ah, Ka Makala, Ka Manawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamatyam, Hakak, Arakarawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Tawara Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabiyah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Sarunyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koyoyam. Wa Akwatian. Yahweh. By Shim Yahushua. Tawara Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha, Ayanya, Al-Hahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izoria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Wagolka, Ayanawam, Shemaraka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Sharamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaraka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Aliyad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayallah, Yahweh, Yashamoraka, Makarai, Yashamor, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaaka, Wabawaka, Mayatha, Wa'aidawalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yarawayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakiram, Magolia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Alawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalak, Palashath, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarai, so like a Zarai, Labayan Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Saraa, Kayabian, Banakor, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatama, Nada, Yamawa, Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Manai, Kal Nasaya Kamwa, Ashur, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rabaka, Kaash, Tabayaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Malaa, Panyam, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Baholwa, Adyaid, Waya, Kaparawa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al-Yawan, Al-Kaha-Rataza.
In English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zahab, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
All the earth.
Cool.
Sar, for the turn. Yeshua, which means to be seated.
All right, so we're going to pick it up from where we left off last week in the book of Leviticus. The book of Leviticus, chapter 16 and verse 9. Yeah. Salaki.
They start with Is that it, right?
Verse 9 starts with,
The book of Leviticus, chapter 16 and verse 9. Wahakwar Yarab. It's like a Wahakwar Rayab. Aharun. Ath. Hasha I Yar. Ashar. Allah. La, so like I la Yawa. Hana wa Rao. La Yaha wa. La Yahawa. Wa Aisha wa. Ha, so like a Kata'ath. Verse 10. Wahasha I Yar. Ashar. Allah. Alaya wa. Hana wa Ral. La Aiza Aizal. Ya Ahmad Kaya. La Panya. Yahweh. Lakapar. Aliyawa. That's what it is, right? Yeah. Aliyawa. That sound better. Shalak. Athwa. Aiza Azal. Hamar. Bara. Verse 11. Wahakwar Yab. Aharun. Ath. Par. Hakata Ath. Ashar. Lawa. Is that that's the ka? Wakapar. Ba'aidwa. Ba'aid. Bayathwa. Washakat. Ath. Par. Hakata Ath. Ashar. Lawa. Verse 12. Walapak. Mala'ah. Hamakatha. Nakal. Asha. Ma'al. Hamazabak. Malapanya. Yahweh. Wamala'a. Hapan. It's like Kapanyawa. Quatarath. Samayas. Or Samayam. Da Kwa. Waha Baya'a. Mabayath. Lapar Kath. Lapara Kath. Verse 13. Wanathan. Ath. Hakwatarath. Ow. Ha'ash. Lapanya. Yahweh. Kata. Oh, that's like Wakasa. Ainwa. Oh, Anawa. Hakwata Rath. Ath. Haka Parath. Ashar. Ow. Ha'aid Dawath. Wala'ah. Yamawath. Verse 14. Walaquak. Madam. Hapar. Wahaza. Ba'ataza. Ba'ataza. Ba'aiwa. Ba'ataza. Ba'aiwa. Ow. Punya. Hakaparath. Quadama. Walapanya. Hakaparath. Yaza. Shabai. Pa'amayam. Mun. Hadam. Ba'ataza. Ba'aiwa. I'm sorry. Now, okay, cool. Verse 15. Washakat. Ath. Sha'ayar. Hakata'ath. Ashar. La'im. Wahabaya'ah. Ath. Damawa. Al. Mabayath. Lapar. Laparakath. Wa'aisha. Ath. Damawa. Ka'ashar. Asha. Ladam. Hapar. Wahawa. Or is that the Za? Is that a Za? Wa.
You said wa?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's wahaza.
Okay. Wahaza. Athwa. Al. Hakaparath. So like a walapanya. Hakaparath. That's in verse 15. Yeah, since he's here, we call it. Yeah, you're right.
Imodium, which means to stand. Just up here. We're gonna have you read the English. So, brother, if you could please present yourself. Yanazar. Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. How about Shemel Shabrakatah? Yeah, Salaki. So we were just waiting for the brother to arrive. So now he's going to go ahead and read those same 7 verses in the English.
Where we at?
16 verses.
Leviticus 16 and 9. Khan in the English, correct? Salakia. The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 9, in the English. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering. Verse 10, but the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord, to make an atonement with him, and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. Verse 11, and Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. Verse 12, and he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before the Lord, and his hands full of sweet incense, beaten small, and bring it within the veil. Verse 13, and he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. Verse 14, and he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. 15, then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering, that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with the blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat.
Just up here, Imodium.
You don't want him to run it, essentially?
So what was that? Well, because you got to switch them because that's the end of the English. So,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? But then you just pick it up. Okay. So you could present yourself.
Officer Kaparia, Banya Howard, Banya Sha'ala.
Kaparia, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala.
Yahba Shimel Shabrakatah.
Yahweh Shemel Shabrakatah.
Is your water, Yamza?
Oh,
Shab, you see it?
15.
Get a Hebrew will go.
I ain't ready yet.
GP got it by now.
I wish I did.
You got it? Yeah. Come on.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 16. Wakapar, Al, Hakwarash, Mata Ma'ath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wama Pasha I Yahum, Lakal, Kata Atham, Wakan, Ya Aisha, La'ahal, Mawa'id, Hashakan, Atham, Katawak, Tama'atham. Verse 17. Wakal, Adam, La'a, Yahaya, Ba, so like a Ka'ahol, Mawa'id, Kaba'awa, Lakapar, Kwadash, Aid, Taza'athwa, Wakapar, Ba'aidwa, Waba'aid, Bayathwa, Waba'aid, Kal, Quahal, Yasha'ala. Verse 18. Wayataza'a, Al, Hamazabak, Ashar, Lapanya, Yahawa, Wakapar, Aliyawa, Walakwak, Madam, Hapar, Wamadam, Hasha Ai Yar, Wanathwa, Wanathan, Al, Quara Nawath, Hamazabak, Sabayab. Verse 19. Wahaza, Al Yawa, Man, Hadam, Ba'atazab, Ba'a, Tazaba'aiwa, Shaba'ai, Pa'ai Mayam, Wataza, Wataha Waya. So like a Wata Harya. Or is it Wataha Rawa? Verse 19. I think it's Wataha. Is it Wataharwa? Wataharwa. Wakwarashwa, Kwadashwa, Matama'ath, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 20. Wakala, Makapar, Ath, Hakwadash, Wa'ath. Ahol. Mawa'id. Wa'ath. Hamazabak. Wahakwa Rayab. Ath. Hasha'ai Yar. Hakaya. Verse 21. Wasamak. Aharon. Ath. Shathwa. Yadawa. Al. Ra'ash. Hasha'ayar. Hakaya. Waha Tawada. Al Yawa. Ath. Cal. Awanath. Banya. Yasha'ala. Wa'ath. Cal. Pasha'ai Yaham. Lakal. Kata Atham. Wanathan. Atham. Al. Ra'ash. Hasha'ayar. Washalak. Bayad. Ayash. Athya. Hamada Bar. Mada Bara. Verse 22. Wanaash. Hasha'ai Yar. He said, Wanasha'ah. Okay, come. The water. Hasha'ayar. Al Yawa. Ath. Cal. Iwa Nathum. Al. Aratazah. Can you right here? Gaza Ra. Washalak. Ath. Hasha'ayar. Bama Rabar. Bama Dabar. Okay. Yeah.
16. The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 16. And he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel and because of their transgressions in all their sins. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. Verse 17. And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place until he come out and have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel. Verse 18. And he shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord and make an atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. Verse 19. And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. Verse 20. And when he have made an end of reconciling the holy place and the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. He shall bring the live goat. Verse 21. And Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all the transgressions and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the land of a fit man. Oh, Salakia. Away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness. Verse 22. And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto the land, unto a land not inhabited. And he shall let go the goat in the wilderness.
So, without going into too much detail with that, without going into all the detail of all the representation and blood and the meaning, the long and short of it is that two of Aaron's sons, two priests, died on the altar. And you know that when someone dies, they're unclean. Like anything near it is unclean. So Aaron had to go through this whole, because what happened was they weren't supposed to be up there. It was a big issue. So they had to, Aaron himself, that's why it said no one else supposed to come in here. Like, don't let no one else into the holy place. Only Aaron could go in there and cleanse this place because of what happened. You know what I mean? So this whole thing is about that. It's about cleansing the altar, you know what I'm saying, at this time. Okay? But with that, just up here, Imadium. Yeah. Call up the next brother. Yanazar, if you could present yourself. Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. How about Shemi al Shabakata?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Waba'ah Aharon al Ahol Mawa'id Wapashat Ath Bagadia Habad Ashar Labash Baba Awa Al Hakadash Wahana Yath Kum Sham. Verse 24. Warakataza Ath Basharawa Bamayam Bamakwawam Kwadawash Walabash Ath Bagadjawa Waya Taza'a Wa Aisha Ath Ilathawa Wa Ath Ilath Ha'im Wa Kapar Ba'aidawa Wa Ba'aid Ha'im. Verse 25. Wa'ath, kalab, hakat, ta'ath, yakwata, yar, wataka yar, salakia. Hamaza baka. Verse 26. Waha mashalak, ath. Hasha ayar, la aiza, la aiza zol. Yakabas, Bagadiawa, Wa Rakataza, Ath, Basharawa, Bamayam, Wa'a Karaya, Khan, Yabawa'a, Al, Hamak Kana. Verse 27. Wa'ath, par, hakata, ath, wa'ath, sha'ayar, haka, ta'ath, ashar, hawaba'a, ath, damun, lakapar, bakadash, yawa tazawa, salakia, yawa taza, ya'a, al, makawataza, la'akana, washarab, parwa, ba'ash, ath, irathum, wa'ath, basharum, wa'ath, parashum. Verse 28. Wa hasharap, athum, yakabas, bagadyawa, warakataza ath, basharwa, bamayum, wa'ath, raya, khan, yabawa'a, al, hamakana, amakana. Verse 29. Wahayatha lakum lakakwath iwalum bakadash hashabaya aya Ba'ishar war. Ba'ishar war. Basha'ai war. Lakadash. Tha'ainawa ath. Napash thayakam. Napash shathayakam. Wakol. Mala'aka, la'a, tha'aishawa, ha'a zarath, wahagar, bathawakakum. The book of Leviticus, we start 23, right? The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 23 in the English. And Aaron shall come to the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall put off the linen garments, which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth, and offer his burnt offerings, and the burnt offering of the people, and make an atonement for himself and for the people. Verse 25, and the fat of the sin offering shall he burn upon the altar. Verse 26, and he that let go the goat for the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward come into the camp. Verse 27, and the bullock for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought to make atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp, and they shall burn in the fire their skins and their flesh and their dung. Verse 28, and he that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. Verse 29, and this shall be a statute forever unto you, that in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your soul, and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you. So that's letting you know that it's servile work he's talking about. That
is letting you know that the stranger is not who? What is a stranger? It's not heathen.
Right.
It doesn't say another nation.
it says a
It doesn't
stranger.
say that. It says a stranger.
That so trap comes
so
into
whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you.
who
So
can't.
it's whether it could be I'm a Judite, but if this Bunyamin brother is staying with me, you know, you gotta do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not talking about another nation or a heathen like you said. It's just talking about somebody who might be from his brother might have grew up at this time, we in Israel, his brother might have grew up in Moabite land. He might have grew up a Moabite. You know what I'm saying? Like Ruth. She was not a Moabite by blood, but she grew up in that land, so she knew their customs.
Citizen.
Right, she was a citizen. So that's why she ended up saying, I'm going to, your God's going to be my God now. Not because she was a heathen, because she didn't know about Yahweh. She didn't grow up being taught about being an Israelite like who? All of us in here. We didn't know what a Yahweh was or Yahweh Shai or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We would be strangers according to this. You know what I'm saying? But we're not no goddamn heathens. You want to add something?
No.
Let's stand on that.
Kad al wakad.
All right, so I imagine. But if you could please position yourself. I think you lucked up today. I did the calculation in my head already.
That's strong.
Paria, Banya Banya Shalom.
Laparia, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala.
Yahba Shim Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
I gotta clean them again.
They look brand new.
Cold stepper right there.
You're sharp. You see it?
Oh, why don't we use that cup then?
We can.
I know Cap.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna get. So matter of fact, that's all we could about the shop. Grab these, wash them, and put them in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The water. We in verse 30. I'm gonna go ahead and Mr. Wall with you, bro. I'm gonna get this one, go. No, it's the water. The water. We have verse 30, right? This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 16 and verse 30 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Bayawam, Hazah, Yakapar, Al Yakum, Latahar, Athakam, Makal, Hata Athyakum, Lapunya, Yahweh, Tataharwa. Verse 31. Shabbath, Shabbath the one, Slakia, Shabbath Wana, Haya'ah, Lakum, Wa Anayathum, Ath, Na Pashafyakum, Kakwath, Iwalum. Verse 32. Wakapar, Hakahan, Ashar, Yamashak, Athawa, Wa Ashar, Yamala'ah, Ath, Yarawa, Lakahan, Thakath, Abayawa, Walabash, Ath, Bagadya, Habad, Bagadya, Hakwadash. Verse 33. Wakapar, Ath, Makwadash, Hakwadash, Wa'ath, Ahol, Mawa'id, Wa'ath, Hamazabak. It's like Hamazabak, Yakapar, Wa'al, Hakahanyam, Wa'al, Kal, Aim, Hakwahol, Yakapar. Verse 34. Wahayatha, Za'ath, Lakum, Lakakwath, Iwalum, Lakapar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Makol, Kata Athum, Akath, Bashana, Wayaish, Ka'ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Ath, Masha. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 2 more. The book of what was that? Go ahead. It's just a dash. You don't have to. It's just saying something to something. So the aisle, in this sense, I think I want to say aisle is like 4 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But the dash is just a lot of times just saying this is happening or being done to this. So it'll say something like speak to this person or something. So it'll be like a dash person's name. You know what I'm saying? Or al dash person's name. You know what I mean? So it's just saying whatever to that thing or to that person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The only reason I asked it is because, like, I never, at least I don't recall, I never seen us do it in Lashwan Kodash.
We don't have dashes in Lashwan Kodash, really. You might see it if you look at the, if somebody writes it out, they might use it. But first of all, you got to think like this also. The Tanakh, we don't have it we have it, but we don't have like a binded book version of it. You know what I'm saying? They're using that because it's based on like the published, you know what I'm saying, out there, mass produced version that everyone's going to read. So these dashes and everything are just to make it more seamless for all the people that they're going to read it. Whereas in the Lashwan Kodash or the ancient Hebrew, we don't have that. We have to basically make it ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Salakia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The book of Leviticus, chapter 17 and verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al Masha. See, it just happened. La Amar. The scripture says, and the Lord spoke unto Moses. And it says, Yahweh, Al dash Masha. And the Lord, I'm saying, so it says, and he said, and spoke most high to Moses. Al Masha. You know what I'm saying? La Amar. Verse 2. Debar al Aharon. See, speak unto Aaron. Debar al Aharon. Wa al Banyawa. And to his sons. Wa al Kal Banya Yasha'ala. Wa Amarath. Alahayim. Zah. Hadabar. Ashar Tazawa. Yahweh La Amar. That's the end of verse 2.
Okay, so basically you will only see it when it applies to a noun, like a person.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I don't think it's only applies to a noun, but you'll be mostly in that way. Like again, like I said, unto this person, or unto that thing. unto the altar. You'll see it mostly with nouns, but I don't want to tell you that you'll never see it with anything else because I honestly don't know. You could, but I've only really ever seen it with nouns.
Okay. It was 30?
16:30.
Oh, okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 30. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. Verse 31. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by statute forever. Verse 32. And the priest whom he shall anoint and whom he shall consecrate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead shall make the atonement and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garments. Verse 33. And he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation, and for the altar, and he shall make an atonement for the priest, and for all the people of the congregation. Verse 34. And this shall be everlasting statute, Shalakia, and this shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. And he did as the Lord commanded Moses.
And if I may, what is this atonement we're reading about? What does it correspond to? You just finished reading what verse?
That was the end of 16, verse 34.
No sweat. Yeah, but this atonement we just read about, what does this correspond with? Yes, but as far as we know in here, go ahead, brother.
So this is I'm talking about the Passover.
La. This is the Day of Atonement. We still do this. I'm saying now we don't do all the blood and goats and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need to do all that because I'm saying Christ is the final sacrifice. We don't got to do all that. But the Day of Atonement, where it says afflict your souls and we fast, if you read, I think it was verse 31. Where was it? No, it might have been verse 30. No, 31. No, it was up where it says the 10th day of the 7th month. It's 29. That in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your souls. And that's what the Day of Atonement is, the 10th day of the 7th month. So this is still being carried out to this day. Okay, so you can keep going, brother. I just wanted to make sure that we knew what it corresponded to. Go ahead, GP.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, and unto his sons, and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded, saying, What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or a lamb or a goat in the camp, or that killeth... Oh, sorry.
Eager to get to see it. Love you too, bro.
Shab.
Start verse 2.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. The book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 3 in Hebrew. Ayash, Ayash, Mabayath, Yasha'ala, Ashar, Yashakat, Shawar, Awa, Kashab, Awa, Aiza or Aiz, Bamakana, Awa, Ashar, Yashakat, Makawataza, Lamakana. Verse 4, Wahol, Pafak, Ahol, Mawa'aid, La'ah, Habaya Awa, Laha Kwara Yab, Kwarabun, La Yahawa, La Yahawa, Salakia, La Yahawa, La Panya, Mashakun, Yahawa, Dum, Yakashab, La Ayash, Haha, Wa'ah, Haha, Wa'ah, Dum, Shapak, Wanakarath, Hayayash, Haha, Wa'ah, Makarab, verse 5. Lama'ain Ashar. Lama'ain Ashar. Yabaya Awa. Banya Yasha'ala Ath. Zaba Kayahum Ashar. Hum Zabakyum. Sabakyum. Is that correct? Salakia. Sabaki hum. Al. Panya. Hashadath. That's what I said. Oh, I did say dath. Salakia. Hashadah. Salakia. Wahabaya Layahawa. I don't know why I keep missing that. Word up. La Yahweh Al Pafak Ahol Mawa'aid Al Hakahun Wazabakwa Zabakia Shalas Mayim. Oh, Shalomyam, Shalomyam, La Yahweh, our thumb. Verse 6. Wazarak, Hakahun, Ath, Hadam, Al, Mazabak, Yahweh, Pathak, Ohol, Mawa'aid, Wahakwa Tayar, Hakalab, Larayath, Bayath, what is that? Bayafath, La Yahweh. Verse 7. Wala'ah, Yazabakwa, Iwad, Ath, Zabakyahum, Lasha Ayarum, Lasha Ayar, yeah, Lasha Ayar, Ayarum, okay. Ayarum, right? Ayarum. Lasha Ayarum. Ashar. Hum. Zabayum. Zanayim. Salaki. Zanayim. Akarayahum. Akaryahum. Kakwath. Iwalum. Thachaya. Za'ath. Lahum. Ladara. Thum. Verse 8. Wa alahum. Fa'amor. Ayash. Mabayath. Yasha'ala. Waman. Hagar. Ashar. Yagawar. Bathawakam. Ashar. Ya'ila. Awa. Zabak. This should be the last one, right? Wa'al. Pathak. Ahol. Mawa'aid. La'ah. Yabaya. Anawa. La'ai. Shawath. Athwa. La Yahawah. Wana Karath. Ha'ayash. Hahawa'ah. Ma'ai Maya. Ma'aim Yawa. Okay. Yawa. Salaka. Yeah. Okay. When certain letters come after other letters, I get tongue-tied. Ma'aim Yawa.
That's a scripture. Root word right there? It's
I'm.
so you can go my
Yawa.
Right.
Ma'aim Yawa. All right. Come.
It's like, if I could real quick, like don't when you're reading this Hebrew, man, you can't be ashamed, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say you gonna read this with stammering lips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is your native tongue, man. It ain't gonna come, easy, man. But it belongs to us, so you should fight through it.
That's right.
Right. Car.
So like, if I may, so like what you said, brother, what you said is so heavy. And let me tell you something. I remember when me and this brother was doing it before me, man. And I remember when this brother would pick me up, because I ain't had no car of my own, and we would drive all the way out to damn Winston to do the Sabbath service when I can get out there. And Officer Abraham was like, well, brother, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was up there, but you know what I'm saying? And you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then after you do that, you'll be like, you know what? I don't want to get up there and be like, God next time. So you'll go home and you'll start reading that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, let me look at this joint. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that's how you learn it. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Salakia, the water, brother.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 3 in the English. What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or lamb or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, verse 4, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He that shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people. Could we get a breakdown on that?
Yeah, but not for me.
Okay, most likely. Let's continue. So that'll be Leviticus 17 and 4.
What Cap say?
Write it down. 17 and 4.
You said Leviticus 17 and 4?
Come on.
I got you.
You got it, bro?
I'm going to write it down.
Come, the water. Leviticus 17:4. Let's let Cap break that one all the way down. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Okay, verse 5. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest, and offer them for peace offerings unto the Lord. Verse 6, And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And verse 7, and they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. Salak, if I may. So that tells you that the devils are human beings.
True, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like for anybody that didn't know.
Wow.
Okay. And they shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations. I'm going to remember this one. Verse 8. And thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers which sojourn among you, that offereth a burnt offering or sacrifice. Verse 9. And bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the Lord of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer it unto the Lord, even that man shall be cut off from among his people. You idea, yeah. Like if you sacrifice an animal to anything else and you don't bring it to that.
Like, you know what it sounds like? Again, we're gonna let Cat break it down. But it sounds like almost like it's talking about sacrificing to something else.
Yep.
Because you didn't bring it. You know, if you sacrificing it, you're supposed to bring it to the priest. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to bring it to the door of the tabernacle, so you know what I mean. The priest can handle it, do whatever. But if you sacrificing outside the camp, then we're gonna be looking at you like, what you doing with that goat over there?
And also they mention the fact that the devils that we were going a whoring to and shit.
So that sounds like what it's talking about. Okay. We'll let Cat break it all the way down. What's that, 17 and 4?
Yeah, we started with 17 and 4.
Yeah, we can just say 17 and 4 through 9 or something like that.
Yeah, 4 through 9. We'll
let Cat go ahead and clarify that for us. But keep going, brother. No, I think 9 was
yeah, I think that was it.
Come on. Yeah. Most High in Christ. All right. I imagine you to stand. Brother, if you could present yourself. It's lucky, man. I'm telling you, man. If I hadn't been counting, bro, I'd have been to know. Y'all, so you stand down. Just go first. You know what I'm saying?
Most High in Christ.
Go ahead.
Gaparia, Banya Howda, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Hashem El Shabrakta.
Eager. Oh, that's right.
Are you ready?
I can draw.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay, we just sit down.
Oh, Salaki.
We'll be here for a while.
Where we at?
Verse 10.
God. You want to give it a go?
We're going to be here a while.
That's cool, man.
Hey, man, listen.
We got major counts today. We ain't going nowhere. Wait it out, shoot.
It's the only way we're going to get it, bro. There's no other way.
Let's give a couple words a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Test the waters. It's cold. Just stick a foot in there. No, yeah, just give it a shot, though, man. You know what I mean? You got that one here. You got the scholar with you. You can answer any question you need. Right.
Yeah. It just don't look familiar to me.
No sweat, brother. No sweat. Give him a hand.
Damn right.
We'll get it next time. No sweat. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, Baba Shah, I'm gonna give it a go. Unless you want, Mario, you want to do?
No, do your thing, bro.
No, I'm gonna rock out with this one. Pass me that mic over there.
So you know you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like you.
Please. Wa Ayash. Ayash. Mabayath. Yasha Allah. Wamun. Hagar. Hagar. Bathwakum. Ashar. Yaakol. Cal. Dum. Wanathafia. Punya. Banapash. Ha'akalath. Ath. Hadum. Wahakarathia. Atha. Makwarab. Aima. Verse 11. Kaya. Napash. Habashar. Badum. Hawa'a. Wa'anya. Nathafua. Lakum. Al. Hamazabak. Lakapar. Al. Napashathiakum. Kaya. Hadum. Hawa'a. Slakia. Banapash. Yakapar. Verse 12. Al. Khan. Amarathia. Labunya. Yasha'ala. Cal. Napash. Makum. La'a. Ta'akal. Dum. Wahagar. Hagar. Bath. Slakia. Let me see what this word is. 1 second. See, it's the wak. Thawakakum. La'a. Ya'akol. Dum. Verse 13. Wa Ayash. Mabanya. Yasha'ala. Wamun. Hagar. Bathwakum. Ashar. Yatazawad. Tazayad. Kaya. Awa. Iwapa. Ashar. Yaakol. Washapak. Ath. Damawa. Waka. Slack. Let me see what that word is. I've seen that one before. Is that Kasa? Okay. Wa Kasawa. Ba'ipar. Verse 14. Kaya. Napash. Cal. Bashar. Damawa. Banapashwa. Hawa'a. Wa'amar. Labunya. Yasha'ala. Dum. Cal. Bashar. La'a. Ta'akalwa. Kaya. Napash. Cal. Bashar. Damawa. Hawa'a. Cal. Akalyawa. Wakarath. It's like a Yakarath. Verse 15. Wakol. Napash. Ashar. Da'akol. Nabahol. Watarapa. Ba'azarak. Wabagar. Wakabas. Bagadyua. Warakataza. Bamayum. Watama'a. Aid. Ha'irab. Watahar. That's the last one. La'a. Yakabas. Wabasharwa. La'a. Yarakataza. Wanasha'a. Iwanawa. It's the end of verse 16. Now, GP, you can pick it up.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood. and will cut him off from among his people. So when it's talking about eating blood, it's talking about what, like cooking meats with blood still in there, or is it saying something different?
Well, you know, when it comes to like let's say you buy a steak, right? You know, some people like their steak, right? You talking about the white man, he like it rare, right?
Rare.
That's not blood, okay? They say bloody, but that's not, because with meat, it has to be drained of that first. So that redness you're seeing is the meat. It's not blood per se. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It is not unlawful to eat like a medium well steak or a medium steak. That's not unlawful. You understand? So this is not talking about, well, what I'm saying is when you see those things, see a steak that's not fully well done, that's not blood. You know what I'm saying? It's like hemoglobin that's in the flesh of the animal. It's not the same thing as the actual blood that runs out of it when you slice it and dice it and it's dripping all over the place. You understand? Because you can't package meat that way. That's not, even in America, you can't put bloody meat in a goddamn store. You know what I'm saying? That's really, when you see it in the package and you see, that's like water mixing with like hemoglobin from the flesh. It's not straight up blood. Okay? But with this, I think it's talking about you actually going out and eating a goddamn. You ever seen a lion like eat a gazelle?
Yeah.
No, forget raw, alive. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been in a smokehouse. They didn't take the meat and hang it up and drain the blood out. No, it's like, I'm going to bite this rabbit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is talking about blood. You understand? Fresh. In the wilderness, you are a crazy lunatic. And I've seen a white man do that. Like, kill an animal and bite it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how yeah.
Like fish.
Right. Like, just how you see it, like, oh, I just killed it, you know, and just start eating it. You know what I mean?
Good, nice.
So it's talking about, like, blood in that way. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Verse 12. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood. Verse 13, and whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof, and cover it with dust. So this verse is talking about that then.
Talking about what?
What we were talking about earlier about the steak and having the blood?
Right, yeah, but it's still continuing from what it's saying before about blood, like the life of the animal is in the blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're not supposed to, blood is very, like, we know how serious it is. That's why it carries diseases, it carries things. So that's why I said cover it with dust. Drain it of the blood and then cover that with something to keep it over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's what it's saying. Because, you know, Africans eat blood. Y'all know that, right? Yeah. Like, Africans, straight up.
I
Okay.
saw it was his cow. He shot the arrow into the cow.
Yep.
And he had some milk.
That was from that show. That Bizarre Food show I'll be talking about. I always bring it out because they nasty. They shoot the cow in the, I think it was Zimbabwe or something. They shoot the cow in the neck, and they've done it for centuries. They know a certain part where they can shoot the cow, and literally the blood will just come pouring out, but it won't like harm the cow. It's like a reserve of blood. It just comes out, and then they like patch it up, and the cow will be fine. He just run away, no problem. And they put it in this milk. And they stir it up and drink it, and at the bottom of it, what happens is the blood coagulates, and it turns into like this little thick like blob of blood. And the little African boy was like, "I want it," and ate it off a stick like a shish kebab, like blood cheese, right? No, in other countries, even some of our brothers and sisters down there in South America, unfortunately, they be eating blood sausage. Blood sausage. Like, they take blood and put it in like a casing and let it coagulate, and they eat it with their breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, that's eating blood. The steak that you get in that Target is not it's not blood. I mean, it's been drained of the blood. But go ahead, brother.
Good night. What was that? 14. Okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 17, verse 14. For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Meaning that the life is in the blood. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. Verse 15, and every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which is torn with beasts, whether it be one, whether it be one of your own country, or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean unto the even. Then shall he be clean. Verse 16, but if he wash them not, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Can't do that. Just up here, Almighty. You guys want to copy position somebody? It's the last reader. Shab, you seated? Last time I did, you did just sit down.
Just took a seat.
Right. I said it in mine.
So we're doing 18 and 1.
Cap.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Waya Debar, Yahweh al-Mashah, La Amar. Verse 2. Debar al-Banya Yasha'Allah. Wa Amarath Alaham Anya Yahweh Alahayakam. Verse 3. Kama Asha Arataza Matazarium Ashar Yashaka Thum Ba La'a Fa Aishawa Wabanka Aisha Arataza Kana Ain Ashar Anya by Mabaya Afakam Shema La'a Fa'aishawa Waba Kakwakia Hum La'a Falakawa. Verse 4. Ath Masha Patia for Aishawa wa Ath Kakwak Thea Fashama Rawa Lalakath Bahum Anya Yahweh Allah Allahayakam. Verse 5. Washamara Thum Ath Kakwakthia Wa'ath Mashapatya, Ashar, Ya'isha, Atham, Ha'adam, Wakaya, Baham, Anya, Yahweh. Come on, man. Verse 6. Ayash, Al, Kal, Sha'ar, or Sha'ara, Basharwa, La'a, Thakarabwa, Lagadol, wait a minute, Lagoldolwath, Wagoldalawath, Lagoldalawath is a 6. Lagoldalawath, Lagola, wait a minute, Lagalawath, Khan, Lagalawath, Irawath, Irawa, Anya, Yahweh. Verse 7. This is the last one, Khan. Irawath, wait a minute, Abayak, wa Irawath, Amak, La'a, Fagala, Amak, Hawa'a, La'a, Fagala, Irawatha. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 1 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. Verse 3, and the doings of the land of Salakia, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Verse 4, ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances, to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Verse 5, ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. Verse 6, none of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. So that's another verse that tells you that it's unlawful, that interracial marriage is unlawful. None of them you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord.
This is more about what? It's not about interracial marriage. This doesn't even mention other nations.
It's they're mentioned in the. Okay, go ahead.
So what would it be more like? Go ahead.
Don't mess with your family member.
Looking upon somebody's nakedness is unlawful. Period. Right. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's your wife. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be looking at another man naked, whoever it is. This would be more in line with, like, it'll get into it like incest. You're saying, that's why it says whoever's close of kin to you, don't uncover their nakedness. And there's many ways that can be. It doesn't, so in a second it's going to mention your father. Now, you know what I'm saying? God forbid. You know what I'm saying, that any brother would even, good night, I don't even want to mention it. But when it talks about your father's nakedness, it's going to break it down. Your father's nakedness can be his wife. what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean you're seeing him naked, but you're one of your father's wives, you seeing her naked is uncovering his nakedness. Why? Because she belongs to him. So you're not supposed, because guess what? One of your father's wives don't got to be your mother. Your father might have 30 wives. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't that happened with one of us. Who is it that messed with the wife? One of the 12 tribes. Got a GP? I think it was Reuben. Who? Yeah. Khan.
He slept with his father's wife.
He slept with his father's wife. You understand? So this is going in the line of not committing any kind of sexual, you know what I'm saying, deviancy within your family. This, you don't want to commit any sexual deviancy, but this is like when it comes to your family, you know, you deal with a woman in the world, right? Like, let's say you just go and sleep with some woman, some whore in the world, right? Which of course you shouldn't do. Is sleeping with a woman a sin? La. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's not married, or if you didn't know, you made a mistake, that's why you're supposed to ask if she's married, but she's your wife now. You sleep with your father's wife, or you sleep with your goddamn sister, or you sleep with your aunt or something. That ain't your wife, nigga, you dead, according to the Old Testament. So you're not supposed to come close to the nakedness of your near kin. Con. Go ahead, brother.
Got it, brother. It's water, brother, for that. Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
So is this what's the name got in trouble when seeing his father naked?
Ham.
Got in trouble because it's more so his reaction. Because the other brothers, what should he have done? Please. Right. You know what I'm saying? If he'd have walked in and saw his father, he didn't go in expecting that. He walked in, saw his father naked. He should have said, oh, he should have let his brother, Salakia, Akim, let's get a sheet. Pops. And remember, the brothers walked backwards because they didn't want to see their father nakedness like that. This fool was laughing. Dirty African. And they still, I'm just saying, they still like that. Go watch one of them Discovery Channel joints, man. Them telling you the women titties just out. You know what I'm saying? The dudes got all their goddamn rods hanging out in front of the kids. You know what I mean? That's how they are. Go ahead. Right.
Like if you walked in and you seen your mother naked, you go like, hold up.
Yeah, right.
That would be your reaction.
Come.
He laughed. Like,
No, to him it's funny. Like nakedness is not a thing to him. That's why you look over there, they all naked. And it's like they just be sitting there, flies crawling across their eyeball, and they don't give a damn about none of that because that's their culture. Go ahead, brother.
it's just amazing. Like things like that just don't really phase them.
At all.
If you ever seen like them commercials with them Starving Africans, they'll have a fly on their eye and they just
They don't move because they're used to it.
like, you know how it is when you go to a UBK cookout
Right.
and there's flies, you be like,
Like, yeah, like,
but they just sit there and should be
I'm telling you, bro, like, it's like I said, bro, like, they are the fly. I seen one, the woman was talking, the fly crawled across her eyeball like this. If a fly comes near I'm like, yo, it was like she's just talking, blah, 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 and just crawling, steady, not moving. You know what I mean? That's why that's the land of flies and doo-doo and all of them things, man. So what can you do? All right, but we just read a scripture that says what? We can't be like them. I don't want to see my mom's nakedness. I hope none of y'all, I know my brothers don't want to see their mom's nakedness, their father's nakedness, or none of their family members. But I can tell you how I was shy for not being a filthy goddamn Hamite. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Anything else? Ooh-wee. Yeah, so with that, we're going to clip up the Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying? So next week, we're going to pick it up in Leviticus, I think, chapter 18 and verse 8. Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 8 next week. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clip it there. So, Salakia. Just up here right now, Imadyum, which means to stand. Go ahead, Mahayar, if you could. Baba Kushah. Most High in Christ. Men of Israel, gird thyselves and prepare to salute the Torah. Right shoulder. Yahweh Hashem al Shabrakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem al Shabrakiyah.
This is advertising.
Word. Yahweh Hashem al Shabrakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem al Shabrakiyah.
Most High in Christ. Brother, if you could get the horn again, please.
Put this down.
Count with that. Imadium, which means extend. Count. You can grab that mic, brother. Everybody, Imadium. Wapanyaquadum, which means turn and face the east. We're going to close out. We're going to start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwatka. Taba'ah. Watazayaka. Haya. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Latananawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalak Nawa. Kabawak Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Wala. Tabi'ai Nawa. Banasaya 1. Abo. Habishai Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwat. Waha'ala. Wataparat. Labalunium. Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Baba Kasha. Latananawa. Hakat. Hakat. Larpa'ah. Kamakala. Wakamarawa. Hakat. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakat. Lahakwim. Hamathyam. Hakat. Arakarawath. Hatama Allah. Lagarashan. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Tawara Aman.
In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? Why Mayaka Allah? Wa Alahayim. Matazabiah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koya Yoyam. Wa Akwatyan. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahusha. Tawara Aman.
In English, bless you Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and Michael and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha. Ayanya. Al Haharyam. Mayan. Yaba'a, Izoria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathun, Lamawat, Wagolka, Ayanawam, Shamoraka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashun, Sharamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamoraka, Yahweh, Tazolka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makaurai, Yashamor, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayata, Wa'aida Walam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
3 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yarayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magolia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamyashala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashah, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Aiman, Hayawa, Zarai, so like a Zarawai, Labanyalawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakor, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Manai, Kal Nasai Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kwash, Lapanyararaka, Kaash, Tabiyaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Baholwa, Adyaid, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Ata, Shimka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel maybe no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kissar, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Men of Israel, we give one courage salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem El Shabbat Dum.
Yahya Matah, class dismissed.